And they hate that. And they hate that.
Playoff fever has come to upstate New York, and there's a look at Bills Stadium here at Orchard Park. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Baltimore Ravens and the Buffalo Bills. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, they went back to him, but the results were similar, so I highly doubt that he'll get another opportunity here on 3rd and long.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. To throw is Jackson. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Ed Oliver in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. Tackle, but no more, as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. And now here's a carry heading left. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. And with the play clock at 5, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Tyler Bass out for the Bills field goal. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. The kick by Bass is good. Every possession in the postseason magnified. And look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They've got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit, so every point is precious.
Looking into the snowflakes, and he muffs it. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Well, Charles, you talk about this offense, and you think about the man in charge, their head coach, this marking his first ever playoff game as the head coach, and you wonder what's going through his mind right about now.
Brandon, I think we both agree that he's had a great season, and we wouldn't be surprised at all to see him get plenty of Coach of the Year votes. I thought he took the right tone in his weekly press conference. Played it cool, took the reserved angle, and when you don't have the track record, I think that's the exact right way to do it.
Jackson looking to throw on third. He completes it right side to White. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Here's 2nd and 10. Allen. Looking again for Diggs, and this time he's got it. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A big gain there for the Bills.
Big plays always wind up being a big theme as we get rolling these playoffs, and the defenses that can avoid giving them up, but they're the teams that tend to go far. You may not eliminate those big plays, but if you can limit them, then you've got a chance to get to the ultimate game.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Flush to his right. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. Stephon Diggs, 31 yards. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Now it's Jackson. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's caught inside the 35. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. Jackson on first down. And he fires one incomplete. Well, this defense for the Bills, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
Anytime you can hold a team to less than 10 points, your expectation winning that game has to be sky high. In fact, you'd be absolutely stunned to come away with a loss in that one. Could you imagine going to the press conference and trying to explain that?
To throw on 2nd and 10. Jackson, that's complete to White. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10-0 the score after one on EA Sports. First red zone chance now for the Ravens. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. Here's a give to Dobbins running right. Man, this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4.
I do know that owners, when they watch their quarterbacks running with the football, they usually hold their breath because that's the franchise. But when you're getting that kind of a gain, hard to argue against calling it.
Dobbins. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. One more time with Dobbins. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4.
With the way things have gone in this game, I think they've got to consider going for it here. I realize it's just the 2nd quarter, so they're not panicking, but they need something to give them positive momentum to get things going.
Tucker's kick is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. Out of the shotgun, Breida. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Allen. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On 1st down, here's Breida. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. From just shy of midfield, Allen. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is now 17-3. Touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. Oh, good-looking return set up here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. Jackson now. He's got his man. It's White. And he's got a 1st down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. Now Jackson on 1st down. Going long here for Wallace. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. Touchdown. Tylan Wallace, 47 yards. And the Ravens draw a bit closer. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Allen works right side into the hands of the tight end Knox. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Throwing now is Allen. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On play action, Allen. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. Got a man that's caught at the 6-yard line. A big gain there for the Bills. What a first half this has been offensively. I mean, defensively, what do you do when you're getting torched like this?
Now, these receivers are absolutely wearing them out. So 2 thoughts come to mind. 1, get some oxygen. Fill up your lungs a little bit. And number 2, talk to your guys up front. You need a pass rush to help slow them down.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Now a handoff here to his running back. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that's scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And some space here. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 54 yards rushing for him in this first half as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over, and then they get a chance to continue their drive.
On 2nd down, it's Webb. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Play action. It's Jackson. He'll let this go for the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. Now it's Jackson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Bills are going to get the football back. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with great starting field position up near the 50, they might be one completion away from stealing a late field goal here. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
2nd and 10. Here's Allen. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Chris Godwin in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bills are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Tyler Bass now for the point after. And the lead is up to 14. So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. Takes it at the 7. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. On the return, Williams. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it, and they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
Yeah, we dominate today.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Allen now looks to throw. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. to the air. Allen finding Knox there, complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Running out of the gun here, Breida. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
They run again with Breida. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
They go counter with Breida, and he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Still 9 remaining on second down. From the gun, it's Allen. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Throwing is Allen on third. And he's got his tight end Knox for a Bills touchdown. Dawson Knox there to make the grab. And the Bills continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. And oh, it's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is alive. Does the big boy have the juice? He's at the 50. He's at the 30. The 20. 10. And he takes it the distance across the goal line for 2 points. And, partner, I know hindsight's always 20/20, but, man, just in general, those laterals, they can be so risky, and we see the risk that can be involved right there.
And you just have to know, and we've seen it because we've been at a lot of practices. It's not something that's practiced very often. You know, in that situation, you don't see guys really working on it. Maybe like we're bringing the rugby guys in to help us with tackling. Maybe we ask them to help us with the laterals as well and make that a better play.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 64 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Here's Jackson to throw. That'll be complete to Dobbins. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. In this weather, any big play in the passing game, that's just a bonus, right?
It certainly is, but oftentimes offenses think inclement weather plays to their advantage because you know where you're going on offense. Defenders have to react, and they often slip.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Fires quickly to right. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They go play action with Jackson. Nifty move. And one more time. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 26 yards. And the Ravens cut into that lead. Oh, and it's no good. He tugged it wide left, and that will keep our score right where it is. And they decide fairly early here they need the ball back, so here's an onside kick. And the Bills are going to recover. I know they're down, but starting the third quarter there with the onside kick, what'd you think?
Well, I think that they're looking at it as we may not have as many possessions in this game as we want. There may be that sense and that feel that they've got to go ahead and make something happen. Steal a possession, try and steal some points, and get themselves right back in a position to try and win the game.
On first down, Allen. Looking downfield for Godwin. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Chris Godwin, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Here's Bass now for the extra point. And that one makes this a 19-point game. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Throwing is Jackson. They'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Now Jackson taps his forward jet sweep. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. One quarter remains for the right to survive round one here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd and 7. Jackson. That'll be caught. Wallace hauls it in. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Tylan Wallace with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Tucker with the extra point. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they are looking good. A 2-score lead here in this 4th quarter as they hope to capture a spot in the divisional round next weekend. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A nice run right there. And we talk this time of year about certain teams, certain players who don't have a lot of postseason history to speak of. And here's a man right here in his rookie season in the NFL, and he's being asked to carry the load at running back for this offense.
And he has acquitted himself nicely here in his rookie year. And look, I think we both believe that the burden's a little lighter on backs and receivers than it is on quarterbacks in the playoffs. But that's not to say this is going to be easy. As fast as the NFL game is in the regular season, it's like warp speed when you turn pressure up in the postseason. So let's see how he handles things early.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. To throw, it's Allen. And Diggs has it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Breda. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
From the 44, Allen. Davis, nice grab. Always got some breathing room. Touchdown, Bills. Gabriel Davis, 44 yards. And the Bills have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Well, look, this is a team, Charles, they faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division, but they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game, a message to the top seeds. Overlook us at your own peril. We're pretty darn good.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that will make this a 19-point game. Takes it at the 7. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Gregory In there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You've got to sell the run action. Otherwise, why do you stop at the running back? You just run straight for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against him offensively. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. A.J. Epinesa able to get him down for a loss of 11, and it brings up 4th down. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory.
Right here, right here.
And they'll indeed take a knee. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today.
A 32-yard attempt.
The kick by Bass is good. And the Bills will add on to their lead. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Takes it at the 7. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And at this point, maybe you say, you know, it was a good effort really just to make the playoffs. They couldn't win their... And they take him down. The Bills get to him. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Here's Jackson. He's got White here. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
It's a big one now. It's a big one.
Their season ends here. A tough way to go out.
And the goal was to not just get